Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in today's video, I'm going to guide you through setting up an LLC for your box trucking business. Whether you are just starting out or already running your own trucking operation, forming LLC is an extremely smart move to protect yourself personally and manage your business more efficiently. In this video, we will be covering why forming an LLC is important for a box trucking business, a step-by-step guide to setting up your LLC for trucking, and additional licenses and permits that are going to be required for a box trucking business. I will also introduce you to my recommended LLC formation service that makes sure you are compliant and offers guidance if you ever need help with tax questions later down the road. As always, if you decide to use my recommended service, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I've thoroughly researched these options and I do trust this service to provide top-notch support. So before we jump into the steps, let's first of all talk about why forming an LLC is crucial for your box trucking business. Firstly is liability protection. So as a box trucking business owner, you are responsible for transporting goods, and this is going to come with risks. An LLC helps protect your personal assets from any liabilities or lawsuits that may arise from accidents, damages, or financial issues. Operating as an LLC can also provide tax flexibility. You can choose between having your LLC taxed as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or even an S-corp, depending on your income and your business structure. An LLC is also going to add credibility to your business, making you look much more professional in the eyes of clients and partners. Now that we've covered why you should form an LLC, let's now walk through the process of actually setting one up for your box trucking business. Step number one is going to be choosing a business name. So you want to start by choosing a name that reflects your business and complies with your state guidelines. So for this, you can't choose a name that is already in use, so make sure to check the availability with your state's Secretary of State website. Also, it's a fantastic idea to check the domain name and the social media handles to make sure everything is available for consistent branding. Step number two is going to be filing your LLC's formation documents. So to officially form your LLC, you will need to file the necessary documents with your state's Secretary of State office. These documents are usually called the Articles of Organization or the Certificate of Formation, and you can file these documents online or by mail. Step number three is then going to be appointing a registered agent. So every LLC needs a registered agent, and this is somebody who receives legal and tax documents on behalf of your LLC. You can serve as your own agent, but I highly recommend using a professional service to protect both your privacy and ensure a timely document receipt. A service like Bizee will take care of this for you. Step number four is going to be creating an operating agreement, and whilst not all states require this, an operating agreement is a smart document to have in place. It outlines the ownership, the responsibilities, and the operating procedures for your box trucking LLC, and it's particularly helpful if you have partners or investors. Step number five is then going to be getting an EIN or an employer identification number, and this is essentially like a social security number for your LLC. This is required for tax purposes, for hiring employees, and opening a business bank account. And step number six is going to be complying with state-specific requirements. So depending on your state and the nature of your box trucking business, you may need additional permits or licenses. Some of these could include a commercial driver's license, so this is required if you drive a truck over a certain weight, a motor carrier authority or an MC number, which is needed for interstate freight, a US DOT number, which is required by the Federal Motor Carrier Service Administration for transporting goods across state lines, and truck insurance, because in most states you will need commercial vehicle insurance. Now that you know all of the steps and requirements for setting up your LLC, you might be wondering if there is a way to streamline the entire process, because there's quite a lot that goes into this. So to make things easier, I highly recommend using an LLC formation service like Bizee, because they handle everything for you, filing the paperwork, providing a registered agent, and even offering ongoing compliance support. Plus, they can even help you set up your business to transport goods legally with the appropriate permits and licenses. So if you're ready to make it official, let's jump into my screen and I will show you step by step how you can form your box trucking LLC with Bizee. Now, to form your LLC with Bizee, just click on the top link down in the description and it's going to take you over to this page. So all we are going to do is click on form your free LLC now, and in here we can choose the entity type, which is of course going to be an LLC, and then we choose the state that you want to form your LLC in. So in this example, I will just choose Louisiana for now. But you can see that this top price right here, these are the Bizee pricing packages, and underneath is going to be the state fee. So the state fee is going to change depending on which state you are in, just because different states have different fees for setting up your business. But once you have chosen the state you want to form your LLC in, the package that I would recommend is the standard package. The reason for this is because this includes everything that we need from Bizee. So preparing and filing the articles of organization, the actual document that legally forms your LLC. We get a registered agent for the first year. The EIN business tax number, this is the social security number essentially for your business that allows you to open bank accounts, file taxes, hire employees. They will also create our operating agreement. We get lifetime compliance alerts and unlimited phone and email support. So with this, if you have any questions about like the legalities or anything like that, you can give them a call and they will answer this for you. So once we have selected the standard plan, we can go to next right here. And in here, we now want to choose the LLC name. So we can go for Holden's Trucking right here, and we can see the LLC name is available. We can also choose the designator, so how we want this to show up on legal documents. And I'm just going to go for LLC. In here, we can now choose if we want to pay $50 for the expedited filing time. So as I mentioned earlier, some states do allow you to do this, and it looks like Minnesota is one. So in here, we can choose $50 and we get this filed in 1 day. Otherwise, we are going to wait 3 weeks. With this, it's essentially just how quickly do you want your LLC to be formed. In here, we can then start adding in your contact information. And then from here, once we have entered that in, we can now choose if we want to use our own address or if we would like to use Bizee's virtual mail service. With using your own address, as it says right here, any residential address provided to the state will be listed publicly. So the main thing, the main benefit that we get from this is going to be privacy. If we choose the virtual mail service, the address that is listed publicly is this address right here that Bizee own. And the way that you get your mail, the way that you get documents is they will scan this in and they will email this to you. So we can choose this if we would like to use this. We can then go down and enter in our contact address. From here, Bizee will then try to sell us this premium service package. So this is a contract library of 25 contracts, of course, the expedited filing and a business phone number. So if we want to go ahead and get this, we can. Otherwise, we can just say no thanks. On this page, we now want to add all of the members that are going to be a part of this LLC. So we can go down and choose the members that we have and fill in their information right here. But I'm just going to go with one and then autofill the information from what I've already entered. On this next screen, this is where Bizee offer us the registered agent for the first year. So as this is free for the first year, we definitely want to be taking this. So let's go next. And in here, this is now where we can apply for the EIN or employer identification number. So all we are going to do is autofill this information. And then we need an identification number, which we will use to obtain this EIN. So the one that is recommended is the social security number. The reason that ITIN is not so good is because this takes up to 12 weeks to obtain. So we want to go with the social security number. And we can enter that in. And then we just go down and once again, we can autofill this street address. From here, Bizee are then going to ask us if we would like to use their partners to set up our business banking. With this is not necessary at all, but it can make things a little bit easier to have everything in one place. So if you would like to go with Relay, their partner, we can click yes, I'm interested. Otherwise, we can say ask me later. We also get offered a free tax strategy call. So we are definitely going to take this. We can click on next. They then say we've identified 2 licenses for your business in Minnesota. So in here, we can either say, no thanks, I'll do the work myself and figure out what these licenses are, or we can get them to mail us the applications. From here, we are then going to get an order summary. So just make sure you go through this, make sure all of this is accurate and filled out correctly. And then we can go down and click on next. And the final step is just entering in the card information that we would like to use, clicking on agree and then complete and pay. So that is how you can form an LLC for your box trucking business. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.